And joining me now from the nation's capital, President Trump's deputy assistant, Sebastian Gorka. Good evening, Dr. Gorka.
Good evening. I'm a bit frightened after that intro. That was quite an intro.
Well, thank you. Listen, I'm a bit frightened because of North Korea. And I want to ask you some questions about it. Last week, Congress received what's called an IOC, an initial operation of capability, on North Korea and their nuclear intercontinental ballistic missile capabilities from U.S. intelligence that was proven wrong by Kim Jong-un within 48 hours. Within 48 hours of our intelligence community telling Congress that Kim Jong-un didn't have the capability that he proved 48 hours later that he had, we find out that they were wrong. Number one, we now know that Korea is not only nuclear, but that it can deploy a reliable, as you guys call them, an ICBM, not in 2 to 4 years, but as soon as 1 year. And so by shaving off years, and also by now we believe that their ICBMs can reach Detroit, Chicago, and even Miami, not Hawaii, which is what our intelligence told us. We're in a bad place, Doctor, and I'd like to know what's with the intelligence agencies? Are they too busy with leaking on the president? And what can we do to protect ourselves?
Well, this president is going to do whatever it takes to protect this nation. But first things first, let's just look at the nature of this challenge. North Korea is a hard target in terms of intelligence. It's probably the hardest target in the world. Why? Because it's this closed, utterly closed, Stalinistic system. If you look at the way this country has been run, they're proud of just how Stalinist this regime is. So getting human intelligence out of there is very, very difficult. So we rely upon signals intelligence, technical intelligence, and other forms of collection. But the fact is, it doesn't matter, Judge, because we're taking action. We have one of the toughest people in the administration is our Ambassador Haley at the United Nations, who has just manages to shepherd through a unanimous vote where we are hitting hard on North Korea.
And we're going to put that up. United Nations just voted 15 to 0 to sanction North Korea. And China and Russia, Doctor, voted with us. That's amazing.
Think about that. Think about the fact that we have a unanimous. There's 5 permanent members, 10 rotating members of the UN Security Council. Thanks to Haley, Ambassador Haley, thanks to Rex Tillerson and the whole Trump team, we got a unanimous vote. We're going to hit them hard. We're going to hit them to the tune of a third of their imports, a third of their hard currency. This is the toughest sanctions that have ever been imposed on North Korea. And it is a direct result of their actions.
Okay, let me ask you this. You know, I'm going to go back to my original question, and I'm thrilled, and you know, we love Nikki Haley. But here's the question. If North Korea is openly discharging these ICBMs, unlike North Korea, Iran has been hiding from us their abilities. A lot of their stuff is actually underground. We don't have the ability to even access or find out what their nuclear facilities are. I'm frightened, not just from Iran, but we have actually seized from the ocean stuff that North Korea is actually, you know, sent off.
Judge, don't be frightened. We have a commander-in-chief who will keep this country safe. Look at what we've done. In the last 6 months alone, look at what we've done. Liberated Mosul, where ISIS declared the caliphate. Revitalized NATO. We've increased the defense budget.
Kim Jong-un is crazy.
He's blackmailing the West, okay? He is blackmailing the West, but this is not a president, and this isn't a team you should blackmail. Look at this team, look at this president, look at who the Secretary of Defense is, look at who the Commander-in-Chief is, look at the National Security Advisor, look at the Secretary of State. This man is trying to do the old playbook that may have worked with the Obama White House, but it will not work with the Trump White House. We will put a stop to this, and we will protect this nation, Judge.
All right. Well, that's comforting to hear. But, one of the things that concerns me is now, with Iran, if we have intelligence failures, I imagine we don't have much intelligence over there either. But it's much tougher to assess when they're going to start coming at us because of the fact that they're hidden away on military bases that are inaccessible to inspection. Give me some peace there.
Right. So it's not as hard as North Korea, and Iran is at the top of the list of our priorities, along with North Korea. And one of the things we're looking at very hard now is this disastrous JCPOA deal.
So the
Iran deal facilitated Iran. It didn't stop the nuclear acquisition. It just slowed it down. It delayed it. There's a sunset clause. But the fact is the president has maintained his stance. This is a bad deal. It's not good for American national security. And we are doing a ground-up review of our Iranian strategy right now. And the president is adamant. This is not a good deal for America.
Quickly, 30 seconds. What's it like with General Kelly in the West Wing?
Oh, superb. Yesterday morning, he gathered everybody in the executive building, the Eisenhower building, and he told them very, very clearly, no more leaks. He said, if you leak, there will be consequences because loose lips sink ships. So we have a four-star legend in the White House, matches beautifully with the president. So those people better stop what they're doing. You know what? Somehow when General Kelly says it, that loose lips sink ships seems a little more threatening than the words alone. Dr. Sebastian Gorka, thank you so much for being with us tonight.